vision, court sense, reading the floor, knowing your teammates. How can you develop the skills that make a great passer? Better Basketball presents a video that makes it possible for players to develop the mental side of the game. Better Passing, featuring an incredible 42 game situations, each one fully explained so that you learn how to read your teammates, the defense, what pass to make, and where to make it. Also 22 types of passes, 16 passing drills, and game hints on the European 3, the no-look, the alley-oop, and 10 others. And featuring a man suited perfectly for better basketball, Mike Bibby, a man who dominates the pros not with feats of strength, but through a superior knowledge of the game. Mike not only breaks down how he reads what's happening on the court, but also discusses how he mentally prepares for a game, how he trains in the off-season, even his favorite moves. Study better passing today and develop superior vision and court sense tomorrow.
Guys, do it one more time. Real quick. Oh, very good, very good, very good. Excellent. That's good. Excellent.
Let's go, Blue.
Very good. Very good. All right. I want to go back to just for about 1 minute here and complete this. I want to play this game again about pass and cut. Defense gets 2 points, right? If they deflect or steal the ball. But now, offense, blue team, who's on offense?
Blue. Blue deserve it. Blue deserve it, coach.
You're going to get your chance, all right? You're going to get your chance.
We like D, we like D.
That's right. You got to prove it on D first. Hey, however, offense, you can use a speed dribble now. Okay? So you just can't drive north-south, but if you want to use a speed dribble, let's see if we can incorporate that in our pass and cut. I'm ready.
Let's go, Blue. Help. Talk to me, Blue.
Very good, very good. Go, Cat. Go, Sean. All right, hold up. Yeah, it's so hard not to drive, isn't it? All right, switch. Let's go blue. Give blue one time here.
We're just doing dribble at?
You can use the dribble at, and you can pass and cut. That's the only way you can score. I'm ready. Is that White's points? No. Blue's ball. But your points. Yeah, two for the White.
Part of that deflection was why? Whose fault was it? Yeah, I mean, he's kind of dancing. Am I going? That's what we found trying to teach our guys is really important. You're going, and then you make that read. But if you start in between it, that's where the turnovers happen. So in our practice, we give him the turnover.
Excellent. That guy, the turnover. Dribble. Huh? What's that?
Got to push in the back.
Oh, I didn't say. I'm a bad ref. One more time. I'm ready. Nice. And I would be taking note that we need to spend an extra minute on fill up, overplay, rear cut. Right? All right, I'll give you one more time. One more. We got to move on.
I'm out here. Right here.
Good job, Sean. Oh, no. And you got to cut. Dribble at, you got to cut. Dribble at, make him cut. Good job. Tough luck.
Let's go, Blue.
That's all right. Good. Go to the baseline. Pretty good. I want to get in a little transition 5-on-0 right now. Okay?
White, 5 blue team. Here go 5 blue.
Yes, sir. For Coach, come here. Got a question.
So you're not gonna call any place for anybody anymore?
What's that?
Except for out of bounds. On your offense, you're not setting up a high pitch and roll for a particular guy.
Well, we've talked about this before. And it doesn't throw the offense off, but we're going to use ball screens for sure, and we do use a little bit of ball screens in ours. Am I not going to ever call a play or not? No, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to ever play when we come out. But I think what you can do is incorporate these movements into your plays. You know what I'm saying? We're not what we're going to try when we come up with our sets. Natural movements that we do in the offense. You know, we're going to come out and maybe not even call a play, but we're going to dribble at, then we're going to reverse dribble at, and then we're going to feed the post. You know, different things like that that you can just take principles from the offense and incorporate into your set, so you don't have to go against the grain. Because I think there's so much good movement in what you're doing right here in your offense. Well, I said we dribble at somebody. We've been working on a little bit. We dribble at somebody right here, and they go back door. And then we'll dribble back at this other guy and send him back door.
So the same guy doesn't ball.
Yeah, same guy. We do too. We've gotten a lot of good action into the post. Sometimes we work our guards into the post that way because we post our guards. So we'll do a dribble at and then reverse dribble at, and that's how we get into some post work a little bit.
See, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, some teams need something to get started, and we can call it a quick hitter if you want. You can call it a set or whatever. Just something to get going because they're used to it, you know. Like on a dead ball, walk up, you're bringing the ball up.
Here, go slice and read and react. Slice and read and react. Here we go. Chad, you go.
So, Coach, slice is something you did last year?
Well, no, not really.
All right, slice. I just want to tell them.
Slice is just a quick hitter we use to get into a ball screen, and then we will come right out of it, right into the react. Go ahead, here we go. Team screen leg, screen the screener, add ball screen. Here we go. Down the screen, right? And then pass the cut. So run at full speed, then get right into it. Yeah. So nothing you can. Yeah. Go ahead, right into react, pass the cut. Ball.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Excellent. Now, a point that I don't think I made very well on the DVDs is this, and we'll get into this. We're getting close to this layer where we get post players in there. The only thing post players have to do is react correctly to dribble penetration. That's it. And I've gotten emails that say, well, Coach, I don't like your offense because there's not any post-to-post cross screens. And my reply was, put them in. Put them in. It doesn't hurt anything. The only thing the posts have to do in order to keep the offense balanced and be in familiar spots and windows for drive is they just got to react correctly to dribble penetration. Ball screens, as an example. I've gotten questions, well, I don't like, or why aren't there ball screens in your offense? Because ball screens are not required as a reaction to something the ball does in order to keep the offense together. Does that mean you don't use ball screens? Heavens no. You know? It's just I don't need it as a reaction to what the ball handler does to keep the offense together. So what that means is ball screens, anything you want to do in the post. We're going to get to this, okay? This is a commercial for what we're doing later. You know, Utah ball, the Utah screen, you know, big going, a little going big from a diagonal, any kind of high-low action with your post. You can do anything you want to do with your post, and it'll change the flavor of the offense you're running, but it will not mess up the offense. So you can make it look like a number of things. It's what we're going to spend most of our time on Sunday, is how do you take one or two post players, and with just a couple of adjustments, make it look like, give your players completely different looks at the baskets than they ordinarily would, what you're seeing out here, without any change in the habits of the offense. And I did that intentionally because as coaches, you've got to adjust this to your players and your style of play. So there's got to be freedom. There's got to be some searching for the word. Flexibility to it to allow you to hide your weaknesses, play to your strength. And most of that comes from what's required and not required, maybe, of your post players. For instance, your very first post-to-post screen on slice, right? What if this guy was to immediately, what if this guy who caught the ball and they go post-to-post screen, what if he immediately drove to the basket? It would not affect a thing in the offense. You've still got a post there, whether they've switched positions or not. There's my 90, there's my 45. Hopefully my wing will have recognized that, fill my spot, my guard would have, right? Yeah, correct. So the post-to-post, it's not going to hurt anything. And that's kind of the way I would test it. If the ball, if it breaks down and we have to drive or something, can they still flow right into familiar windows? And if they can.
And another, I'm sure you'll probably get this, but I didn't even know this before, but I was recruiting and I was watching Milt and Carter Wilson, these two guys right here play each other. And this is before I even knew about read and react. And their teams look drastically different. One was out of a 5 out, one was out of a 4 out, just doing different things. And then I go back and I was thinking through that game, I was like, they really both moved extremely well. Why didn't it look the same? And I talked to Coach Travis a little bit, and it was the same offense. They just added their own little flavor to it and how they were running the 5 out, 4 out, whatever. And I would have never known. And I didn't know going into it. I thought, leaving the game, I thought, those are two well-coached teams. Really two well, and Coach, I think Wilson played some zone. And you'll see later on how it flows right in there. It stayed the same. His offense stayed the same. And that flow kept going and going. And I thought, two well-coached teams, what Coach Helm said, great player movement, great ball movement, great spacing. All three had it. And they were running the same offense and looking different.
Looks totally, because it takes on the flavor of your players, your style, the coach's style of play. It won't look the same from team to team.
One more thing about your question right here about do you want certain players to shoot the ball? Do you need to set up plays? I think in
certain points of the game, like the kid, the shooter here, you're down 3, and you need to get a shot. Yeah. You might start him here, swing him over there, get the ball moving, and get a dribble drive and kick the ball to him. So he takes a shot, because you want him to take that shot. That doesn't mean he's going to get it, but I mean in general, you may design a play right out of the offense to take advantage of the movement, but to make sure he gets that shot and his feet are set.
And before you even get there, I think role identification. We talked about it before. You can tailor to whatever rules you want that particular player to do, and that so you don't just have guys taking shots that aren't their normal shots. I mean, they can do all these movements, but just role identification like you would in any offense. This is the shot we're looking for. We have a call that we'll say streak. And streak means we want a layup unless Ben or Teddy or whoever's got a wide open 3. So we're making sure we're getting a shot that we want out of it rather than having to run a set to be able to get that shot.
And I intentionally didn't put that stuff in because I think I'm stepping on your toes. That's in your area. That's your ability to coach and read your players and do what you want to do. I just didn't want to go there. And if I ever felt like it in the offense that I was injecting, this is what I would do, I just said, I'm not going to go there. I'll just leave it. That's why the section on transition just doesn't go off into all kinds of secondary break options, because that's not a read and react thing. That's kind of a coach's philosophy about how they like to run the floor and that kind of stuff. So I left that weak, very weak, for that reason, okay? Even though we're going to go into it. Real quickly, could you 5 guys do our little drill? And here are the trips that I want. I'd like to show these guys like the following trips, okay? I'd like for the first trip down the floor, I would like for it to be a fast break and a 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 and just hit the guy, let him score, take it out, okay? To illustrate a primary fast break, okay? Second trip down, I just want pass and cut and a layup. Third trip, we'll pass and cut, then someone backs up and drives. Last trip, pass and cut, speed dribble, dribble at, hit him back door. Is that good? I'll try to call them out, okay? What do we got? Good, step off. That's good. That's good, step off. Hey, White, give me the same trips. And the trips, again, I just want a fast break, 2-on-1, pitch it ahead if you need to. I need a pass and cut. I need somebody to, remember this, power back, get ready, drive, pitch or dish, okay? And then a speed dribble, okay? I'm ready. Pitch, right. Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Get ready, get ready. He's going to drive. Excellent.
Now we got to dribble out now. Speed dribble, speed dribble.
Very good. Good, good. And my only point with this is that, like, if I was building this up tomorrow, I'm about to go to the power dribble, okay? Well, after I drill it, after I look at it on 5 on the half court, then we're going to go back to our trips, and that's going to add a trip so that they're constantly folding this into their full court stuff. What I wanted you to see was like Sean a couple of times is dribbling here, about right here, and he pitches here and this keeps on going and cuts hard to the basket, you know. It's kind of a running give and go. And that's what I'm wanting. I don't want them to dribble up, think they've got to get into the offense before they pass and cut. They can just kind of do it on the fly without that pause, that kind of pregnant pause. Coach, have you done anything like, so far as press is concerned?
We have not, no.
Okay. Can I try this with you guys?
Absolutely.
All right. Check this out. I want to start the trips, and I'm going to wait for a time when someone gets a rebound or they pitch it out and the guy starts to go. I'm going to yell press, and I need the ball handler to stop right there as if he's being trapped, keep his dribble, and I need one guy, a smart guy, to come back into the middle. Just come back into the middle of the floor, and you're going to hit him with a pass. He's going to turn and look opposite, hit, and then y'all keep on going. Does that make sense? Real simple. I just got to have somebody come back to the middle. We'll hit him and turn and go. So I want to try to surprise you guys, okay? So I'm going to let you guys go a few trips. You can score any way you want to on your trips. Mix those 3 things in. I'm ready. Good pitch. Keep going, Sean. Good one. Nice. Good. Good. Somebody's got to get it out. Press. Got to hit him. Good. Turn and look. Hit him, and let's keep going. Press. No, right there. Hit him right there. I was good. All right, hold up. That's good. Hey, you know what I was trying to simulate that time was like a half-court trap or something like that. Not just a standard pull. I was waiting for you to get up close here, and it's a surprise. It's a run and jump maybe. It's a man-to-man run and jump, and it's surprised. And you got to stop and power back, and can we get somebody in the middle first, you know? Hit him and then keep on going and flow right into our offense. Is that the way you break a press? I don't know. I just like having a guy coming back into the middle first, and I know there's other spots that we can get, but that's how I kind of start folding, breaking a press, breaking a trap, and not let it affect our flow into our offense. We're going to break the press, go, and then we're just going to keep on attacking. I would rather attack a pressing team rather than break the press and then just get set up. I'd like to flow right on into it. Now, what do we got here? 11:30. Good, good. I want to stay kind of on track here. I would love to just jump to the back screens, which I think you guys, there's such good action there. But I think I'm going to do the power dribble first, okay? If you guys could go straight to the three-man drills and give me that power dribble. And you got to roll, Cav. And you got to roll. Yeah, let the defense be on that guy. Yeah, put the D on that guy so that he can seal you off. Okay, go ahead. Cav, there. Seal, yeah, you want to try and seal him. Sometimes players get the ball on the perimeter and they're just not comfortable attacking the goal, you know. Again, I saw this on I wish I'd never done this. I don't ever go to blogs or chat rooms and stuff. I'm just not that. But Brent told me one day to go. He said, hey, why don't you go and read what they're saying on in blogs about the read and react. So I did. It's the only time I've done it. And 99% of it is great. It's fun to do. But like one guy said, well, it looks to me like in the read and react, you need every player out there to be able to attack the rim. And that's what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid that kind of language. And I said, if I have to say, all right, in order to run this offense, you need this kind of player, then I know I'm on the wrong track. Because, again, back to why I put this together, I was planning on doing this with my program. And I know that every year I've got something different. Sometimes it's 5 guards, and sometimes I've got good post players, and sometimes I've got kids that just can catch and shoot play off of screens, and I only have 1 or 2 that can attack the rim, and it just varies from year to year. I wanted something that I wouldn't have to say, okay, we'll run this if we've got this kind of players. So this power dribble was an answer to that. A guy catches it on the perimeter. He's not comfortable trying to break his guy down. He just wants to successfully give the ball up in a very safe way and maybe get a pick and roll out of it. Okay? So that, this is another question I've got. How can you get your players to discern between dribble penetration, circle movement, speed dribble, rear cut, power dribble, handoff, okay? And it's all in body language. So the guys with the ball have to be very, very clean and clear about what you're doing with the ball. And on this power dribble, my emphasis is you have got to get your behind pointed to the goal. And you've got to step slide. You can't do this running like, I might think that's a speed dribble, okay? Speed dribble is if my numbers are facing yours and I'm coming straight, you can read my numbers, it's a speed dribble. I think there's a big difference between this looking this way versus me looking this way attacking the basket. That says circle movement, right? But when I'm not looking here and I look here and you can see my numbers and I'm coming just like this, looking at you, it's a speed dribble. Power dribble, I've got to exaggerate this, here pound this thing and step slide and and if you misread it, maybe the next guy will. Or maybe you change directions and go back and get this guy. But it just says, I don't want the ball, I want you to have it. Please come get it, okay? And it's probably the only untraditional kind of thing in the offense because everything else in this offense is very fundamental and basic and everybody does. There's nothing new about penetrating pitch or post slides and that kind of stuff. What is different is folding it all into an offense that you can run from any set. One that flows. So this little handoff is kind of untraditional in the fact that it's the ball handler who is setting the pick. In a traditional pick and roll, it's the guy without the ball that's running to the ball, setting the pick. But in here, the guy with the ball is the one setting the pick. And what I like about it is when I hold the ball like this and the player comes, I'm going to present him a hole right here. He can stick his hand in and take the ball from me rather than any kind of little shovel pass or flip pass that might create a turnover. And also, I am already halfway through a roll to the basket, a seal and roll to the basket. You know, if I'm coming up to set a pick, you got to teach them which way to roll. Well, I am already halfway through this by the time I get myself positioned. And the reason I have this elbow up here is I'm trying to catch this defender from elbow all the way along my back here and form this seal and already go. And I think it's a great way to change your sets. Let this guy roll. And Coach, can you come out just for a second? Are you still hooked up? You're the best example about this power dribble and the players that use it the most in your program and why and all that good stuff.
Kid was 6'6", about 245, but he was, a malcontent, to put it mildly, so he didn't begin the season with us. Well, our philosophy is the next guy up. Well, next guy steps up, as fate would have it, 1 week into practice, he tears his ACL. So now a kid that we thought would be part-time JV player, part-time varsity player, 6'5", big body, but he wasn't quite ready to play varsity basketball. Well, the kid happens to be my son. And as we're going through all of this, we made it clear to him, we want you, when you catch the ball here, there's one thing you can do, and that is to power dribble. We're not going to put you in a position. We've had some pretty good post players in our league last year. I guess the best ended up signing with Georgia. We knew he couldn't play against that kid, but he could power dribble every single time. You make sure you got the ball to other people, and after you made the power dribble, you rolled to the basket. So we were able to do that. He was able to get some scores, and what we found out was as the season progressed, he was able to start off, he was able to power dribble, and then we were able to give him a few more things to do during the course of the season. I think Coach Travis recognized after watching the first game film that that's all he was going to do. And he became the power dribbler there. After that, teams started to sync off, and he was a pretty good shooter from the top of the key. Now, you can power dribble, and you can shoot this shot. That was the second thing that he was able to do. And the third thing, and it was really a bonus for us, we realized that he was the best passer. By the way the teams were playing other players when he had the basketball, that back cut, because he's coming with the power dribble, and everybody wanted to scoot up to get between the power dribble, and the guys would just back cut, and he was just making a bounce pass and guys going to the basket. So it started off with a limited number of things he can do, strictly that power dribble, but as the season progressed, we gave him a little bit more and a little bit more, and he was a kid that we thought, man, we just hope he doesn't get killed. You know, his mom would never forgive me for that. That he would play maybe 6, 7, 8 minutes a game, and by the end of the season, he was a kid playing 23, 24 minutes a game because of those other things that he could possibly do. So it was a great benefit to us.
Good. Pitch it, fill out, Sean. Dry. I told you, you could do it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Come do it again now. Come do it again. That was good, and it doesn't matter who does that, but that's the sequence that I want, okay? And my point is, I could put this in a drill and call it out, but you know what I'm headed for? I'm just trying to show them how to flow from 5 out to 4 out, 1 in, and how whoever's in the post must immediately slide correctly if there's dribble penetration. I'm just trying to imitate what will happen in the game. And I think the power dribble is a great way to change your set from 5 out to 4 out, 1 in. Or if you're playing 4 out, 1 in, one of the 4 power dribbles and stays inside, you've changed to 3 out, 2 in. It's just a safe and easy way to change sets. Go ahead, try it again. Good, roll, good. Stay in there, postman, that's fine. Take a drive. Pretty good. Okay, what I wanted, do it one more time, Blue. Who was it that took the handoff? Okay, when you take this handoff from him, I want you to go ahead and turn the corner and penetrate. Like, go ahead and roll, please roll. But you're not going to hit him, you're going to pitch and then fill out. And it's this guy, the next guy is going to drive either way and hit the post. Try it one more time. That's fine. Get the next one. That was good. Good. Roll. Pitch it. Drive. Okay, good. Let's clean that up. Good. Go back to that side. I think you'd roll to that side, right? Yeah. And is it Chase or Chad? Chad. I think your problem was you creeped in to about right here. Huh? Who drove? He drove and pitched? Okay. Then you immediately got to push out, right? And so you could push out to this spot here. Okay. Yes, sir. Hang on. No, you were fine right there. I'm just saying now when didn't you drive baseline? You should be sliding here. No, right here. That's your 40. You should be safety valve, and that would push you to his 90. And of course, that's right, flatten out. So you just go straight up that line. Try one more time.
Let's get it, Blue.
Good stuff. Foul. Oh, good. Roll. Drive, pitch it. No, stay in the post. Yeah, that's okay. Drive. Where do you go, Sean? Sean, where do you go? You go all the way. You got to be his safety valve, right? You were right here. He drove baseline. You got to get to that. Good. Turn it dry. That's all right. Try one more time. You can do it. Hey, the guy who takes the handoff, take the handoff, turn the corner, and drive. Drive to the nexus, right? Drive, okay? And then pitch it, fill out, and it's the next guy that's going to drive. It's a redrive. Drive, redrive, okay? Go ahead. Oh, good. Drive, Sean. Pitch it. Get out. Fill, Sean. Sean. Right. It's got to be that quick, right? Good feel, and as soon as he puts it on the ground baseline, you got to get to that safety valve right there. That's excellent. But that just, hey, running them through it tells me which habits are sticking and which ones aren't, you know? And it tells me that even as much as they've done circle movement, we got to keep doing that every day because I need Sean to react instant. He pitched, he filled out. As soon as the ball's on the ground, his feet ought to be moving this way. And it's just not something you can lecture them about. It just tells me we haven't drilled it enough. We just got to go keep drilling it until that's just a habit that they do. That was very good. Let me see, how are we on time? Good. Yes, question.
I think it happened over here, I'm not sure. You had a power dribble which ended up with somebody in the post.
Yep.
And then they had another power dribble. Where does the post player go? I don't know if that was an accident or, I mean, it just something.
Right. Well, see, I don't have a rule for that in the offense, but just step right there, okay? So I've rolled in here, right? And now let him have the ball. Give him the ball there. Fill that wing. Power dribble him. I just think this guy's got to see this and get the heck out of here. And I've either got to go to the other post like I'm doing, or I got to go fill out and let these guys do their pick and roll right there. But that is not in the offense, and I just think that would fall on you as a coach to say, guys, it's time to step up and read this. Maybe you didn't want 2 in a row, but you know something? It's part of the drill work I do in trips to go from 5 out to 3 out, 2 in, right? Do 2 of them in a row, get your post filled, and then play 3 out, 2 in, right? Hey, I just remembered a coach asked me, and I can't remember which one, asked me before I left the pass and cut layer to do it with a post player in. Do you remember who that was? Yeah, remember that? I haven't forgotten you, okay? Oh, 3 out, 2 in? Could I just go ahead and do a little bit right now while we're taking a break and resting? Give me a different 5. Let's go, White. Hurry, White. Run. 3 out, 2 in. Give me a second guy in the post. And to me, this is like one of the huge advantages of read and react, okay? Is if these guys could just forget about post in there, I would just like to see these 3 guys pass and cut. Just like they would if it was 5 out, okay? Yep, and then just come in here and tell these guys, would you stay on this side? I mean, I told you there's a lot of freedom in the post, right? And we're going to do this Sunday, okay? I could move these guys anywhere I want. I could move them at the high post, super low post, keep them in the mid post, like Dick Bennett's blocker mover, right? One of his is side. You stay on this side, you stay on that side. And the only thing you guys can do is set a screen for any cutters coming in and out, shape up to the ball. Take no shots. For these guys, this is layer 3 only for these 3 guys. But just look at the action here. Go ahead. Take no shots. Pass and cut. Don't feed the post. Perimeter game only. Go. Go ahead. Okay, now I've got a question. Freeze a second. Freeze. Just freeze right there. Just a question, and then I'm going to let you do it again. Why aren't you 3 perimeter guys using these spots as well? You know? You can, is my point. So I want you to think about that, okay? Because if you do, then you might get a chance to run off of 2 screens. All right, you ready? Keep going. Go. You must basket cut first. Good. Good. Excellent. Good. Pass and cut. Good. You got to, right. That's fine. Keep going. Oh, very good. Fill up. Good. Keep going. Oh, you're fine. Okay, hold up. It is purely, if you're doing it that way, it's just purely 3 movers and 2 blockers, you know? And if I was to get you guys to loosen up some and actually, for instance, pass and cut. Pass, cut, fill out, no, stay right here, stay here. Fill out that side. Now, the next pass, I want you to step out and screen for him. So when I say you screen this side, I don't mean just in here. You can step out here and go ahead, pass, and set this screen. Good, go, boom, and then follow up and go back in here. You guys can screen anywhere on this side, okay, not just in here. Try that, go. Just for a second, go. Good, see, I like that right there. That screen, that late screen right there. Good, good, good. I just wish he would use both guys in the post. Good. Now, later, we'll do this later. When you've got 2 posts in here like this, and I'm right here, and I pass, and I cut, and I get a screen from this guy, and I don't get it, okay? I'm looking for a second screen over here, right? For me, right? Which I can play off of, all right? I can curl, I can fade, I can pop. But when we put in our pin and skip, this guy's like an automatic pin screener. It'd turn around. If my man, which he should do, stays in there to help, then the reason I want you to use both is you get over here and you're already in a pin and skip position. And this guy's pinning in your help defender, and we're skipping to you. But we'll look at that a little. We're just getting ahead of ourselves. When I get to the 3 out, 2 in section, we're not just going to look at dribble penetration on it. We're going to look at all kinds of ways to use a 3 out, 2 in set. But my point is, if I just had 1 post in there, I could do it right. Let's say, you, like Coach Travis's situation, you know, you get half your team at Christmas. Well, your 4 guards, they know at least how to pass and cut and circle move on drives. And you get this guy late, you go 4 out, you go 1 in, and look, son, I just want you to stay over here, set screens when you can, and you just got to make sure and step the correct way at these 4 drive. Let these 4 play their pass and cut, dribble penetration game, back screen game, and you've got 4 guys on kind of one level to read and react, 1 guy not there, but they can play together. Yes?
Do we have time to go 5-on-5 with this or no?
I'd like to save it for the 3 out, 2 in, if that's okay. Because, man, there's some fun there. There's a lot of fun. I want to spend some time there, okay? I promise you. It just gets better from now till 6, okay? The circle reverse, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save circle reverse till after the back screen layer. And you say, now, why do you do it? Look, there's a lot of these layers you could teach. Some of them you could teach out of order. I've already mentioned like the pin and skip. These guys need to be practicing that the very first day. It won't mess up the offense. It's not like they need something ahead of time before they use the pin and skip. The back screen layer could actually be taught right after the 3rd layer, pass and cut, and it won't mess up anything. Okay, then you say, well, Rick, why'd you put it later on? Because I'm trying to cover all teams, and I'm thinking I've got youth teams that are watching this, and I've got really high-level pro teams watching this. Surely those coaches at a higher level will recognize that. They could put the back screens in early. But I just don't want a youth team trying to put in pass, cut, and back screens right away, right after pass and cut, when they need to be learning how to let their post slide correctly, So that's the reason for that decision, okay? Go to 5 out one more time. And I'll just start with this team. So like I say, I'm going to skip circle reverse, and we'll get it after lunch. Throw the ball to that guy in the corner. I hated this action of you passing, pass, cut, and I just hated for him to stop and go back where he came from, okay? So one of them for back screening your way out is to allow this guy to just keep going this way and back screen any one of these guys, and he can take their place. And of course, the other reason for it is sometimes these guys just mess up. I know it's hard to believe, okay? Sometimes they just mess up filling out. They fill out to the wrong side, and instead of stopping and turning around and going back, they can just make it look like they wanted to do that all along, you know, and set a back screen for a teammate, okay? So I was looking to first solve those two problems with back screening your way out. No longer would I have to blow my whistle, stop and say, wait, you filled out, there's no open spot over there. You know, I got tired of doing that. So I said, well, we're just going to back screen our way out. You can't mess this up. That way I won't see guys passing, cutting, getting in here, seeing something and going, oh, I can't go over there. I guess I have to go back this way. You don't have to do that anymore. But then solving those two problems opened up the very next layer, which was multiple screens, because we're going to get a lot of action in the lane, and at first it's kind of accidental. It's brush screens, but then after you point it out to the players, they become intentional second and third, 2 and 3 staggered screens. So just for a moment here, before we look at any drill, I'd like for you guys to pass, cut, back screen your way out. You need to call the name of the guy, okay? Call the name, yell back screen, set your back screen, okay? Go ahead. Good. Back screen your way out. Call his name. Good.
Cap.
Excellent. You got 2 right there. Excellent. 1, 2. If Cab had kept coming, 1, 2, 3 screens for you, Cab. 4 there if he would have used it. 1, 2 screens. Excellent. Good. All right, that's good. Excellent. You guys ready? You're sitting too long. Go do the same thing. Well, now you can tell they're already used to looking for that second and third screen. We had a lot of fun that day at their college doing this. The number of clinics that I used to go to try to get 2 or 3 staggered screens in a set play, and by the time I got it to working right, season's halfway over, and by the time I actually got it looking the way I wanted, everybody that I played against had it scouted, you know. So, and here I get them accidentally or randomly, and again, it's not even necessary for some of these that the guys know they're getting them. What their defense has to get through them. Whether these guys intentionally make it a second screen or not, their defender is still going to have to get through it. Okay? You can call it what you want, a brush screen or whatever. Go ahead. Oh, very good. 1, 2, excellent. 2, 3 for you, if you can play off of it. Set a back screen, call somebody's name. 1, 2, 3 for you. One, 2, 3. That's all right. 1, 2, 3. And if he'll curl off of that last one, right. Then 1, 2.
Way to work, Blue.
All right, hold up. Excellent, excellent job. Very good. I look up in the crowd and I see coaches going like this, you know. They're talking about like on that third screen you're getting, you need to like try to curl off of it maybe, curl and come up this way. There's no need to just keep going that way. You know, unless this guy's changing his angle and you're going to fade behind the screen or something like that. But and this is where it really depends on the level of your players. Maybe here is where if your players are at that level, you can begin to talk to them about how to play off of these screens, you know. Or are you going to curl the puppy dog, you know? Are you going to try to push off and fade if he goes over top, et cetera, et cetera? Do you always go behind the screen or are there ever chances to go over the screen, you know? We get defense out here. You guys ready? Get defense out here and we'll see. Yes, sir.
This might be for you more with your team. Do you find that when you're doing this, you lose a lot of your circle movement and you're dribbling? Because the white team went and the blue team went, and except for the point guard who got himself in a better position. There was no circle movement dribble. There was no speed dribble. There was no power dribble. Do you tell them not to look for that, or do you just not do it?
Well, first of all, I didn't ask them to at that time. I was just asking them that time to.
How did you find it?
But go ahead.
Well, I just think it, you know, it's a process. I think that, you know, you kind of tie them all together over time. It doesn't have, like to this right here, the back screens, we're not there yet. We've only got 7 practices, so we haven't even, we back screen right now. If you go to the corner and the guy's there, you can back screen that guy over. So that's as far as we are right now. So we have to really, you know, some of these other coaches that run it might be better to ask than me because we haven't gotten to that point.
Like if the ball gets reversed up here to the wing, and you got 2 guys setting a double screen for the guy coming across, do you tell the guy with the ball not to dribble and wait to see what the guy coming up the screen does? Because if he tries to dribble from there, you got no substitute.
Right. That's one of the things that we constantly have to work on in practice. When guys start concentrating on one phase of it, we have to remind them you got to use the whole package. Don't lose one piece by focusing so much on the other piece. I think that's a great point.
Now my experience with it has been, if this guy does drive, you know, and they're setting a back screen over there, you are probably going to lose one guy. The guy that has his back to you because he's not watching the ball and he's not reading it. But that leaves 3 others that should be reacting decently to your drive.
If you have the 2 guys in the post setting the screen and this guy drives, they should both be going up
Right.
to the free throw line.
But I understood your question be that when they're doing pass cut and they're back screening, suddenly someone drives, right? Will we get circle movement and all that? We'll probably lose one, is what I'm saying. Because there's usually, sometimes too, if there's 2 guys with their back to the ball. But what you gain out of it, when we finally go live with this, just check this out. When there's like a back screen being set over there, and this guy has just passed you the ball and he's cutting, and now there's a back, at the same time there's a back screen being set, there's a lot of defense being occupied. And the holes for this guy to drive, it's just, you know, when you start allowing them to mix all these together, it creates huge holes for people to dribble penetrate. But before I allow them to do that, would you guys do this? We're just going to do pass, cut, and back screens. You know that game again? No dribble drives yet, okay? And then, before lunch break, we're going to allow you to go live and mix everything. I want to finish before lunch. Let these guys do everything they can. Power dribble, speed dribble, drive, pass, cut, back screen. See what it looks like so that we can all go eat lunch and talk about what a great job they did. Right? All right. Hey, defense, you get 2 points if you deflect. Offense, no drives. I'm ready. You got to set a back screen. Good. That's good. That's good. So, hey, you can catch and shoot, or you can catch and get a layup, okay? It's just, I don't want anybody to put the ball on the ground in this little game. You ready? Yeah. You want to alternate possessions? Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, set a back screen. Back screen your way out. One. Back screen your way out. Let's go. Good. Good. Good one, Avery. Oh, man, you got him. Right there, you got him. Use it, Avery. Tough luck. Shape up. Good. Cut. Oh, man. Go, Avery. Keep going, Avery. Keep going. That's what I'm talking about. Good. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. And it just takes a little practice, but like he was setting a screen for you, Avery, right? And I know you were looking ahead and seeing traffic coming in, and so you took it and then you hesitated a little and then went on. That traffic is a second or third screen for you. So just take it and go, and don't change your mind. Just use it as you see it, okay? There was something, before we go live, let me see if I can set this up. The reason that I want these guys to learn a pin screen and skip right away is because in this layer, let me show you what happens here. See if I can set this up. Yeah, here we go. Let Sean have the ball. Hey, why do I keep calling him Sean? Who's Sean in here? Oh, well, yeah, you guys look a lot alike. Okay. White, get in your best defensive help position over there. Good, okay. Now, let's walk through this, okay? Pass, cut, and you're going to go set a back screen over there, right? And you know something? You can't set a back screen on this guy. It just doesn't work, right? So the reason I wanted them to do a pin and skip on the first day of practice is when we get here and this guy's running through thinking, I'm going to set a back screen, and you see that there's no one to back screen, he's here. You turn this into pin. You skip. We play from there, okay? So that's, we need that right away. I mean, the only reason the back screen is going to work, the only way it's going to work is if the defense is up there and you can set a back screen on the perimeter. So you immediately change your intention to back screen to a pin screen. And you could have done it, Graham, you could have done it on either one of these guys. Both of these guys are deep in here. You're coming through to set a back screen. You could turn and set a pin on either one of them. But you've got to yell it, okay? Yell your pin. You got to do your PE jumping jack, right? Okay? Should I allow you guys to do that? Well, that's up to you. Do you? Okay, let's try it. I'm ready to go. Hold up. If you're going to set a back screen, I need every coach in here to hear you yell the guy's name, okay? Because I've seen a couple of halfway coming up here and okay, I changed my mind and I want, okay? If you're going to set one, call the guy's name and yell back screen and get him going, okay? All right, I'm ready, go. That's all right, good. Very nice. Very nice. Hold up. That's good. Hold up. Good. White, your turn to go offense, White. That was pretty good, Blue. Hey, White, I need you to exaggerate this for a while. How about every cutter tries to back screen his way out? I don't care if it makes mass confusion, okay? Because right now, only about every third or fourth cutter is setting a back screen, and I know in a game you guys don't play that long before a shot goes up. So everybody that cuts, I want you to look to set a back screen, okay? Try that. Go. One, two. Use it. Curl, curl. Yeah, good, Avery. Good. Hold up. I'm a bad ref, Avery. Blue, your turn. Your turn on offense. Hey, White, very good. And you got 3 to play off there, Avery. And you actually curled off of that third one, right? All right, I'm ready. Everybody's got to set one. Oh. It's okay, defense. It's not your fault. The offense is that good. Use it. Curl, curl, curl. Oh. Very good. Play. Cut. Ooh. Tough luck. Use it. There's your 3. Oh, nice. Good. Very good. And you chose to go over top, which I thought was a good mix-up, you know. Everybody's been going behind these, and you go over top and hang the guy on 3 screens. Very nice. White, your turn. Switch over. Very good, Blue.
Give me 1 minute to say something about
Sure.
dinner.
We'll get those guys up there first. Hold up. Woo. Hold up. Now, just for 5 minutes. Stay here, Avery. Stay here. Stay out wide. Hey, you guys can do anything. We're going to go like 5 minutes, and I'll let you use everything that we've gone over so far. Okay? And we'll hold our breath. Huh? No, let's stay on the half court, okay? We'll do some full court after lunch. Anything you guys want, I'm ready. Go. You got to cut. You must cut, Sean. Sean, you must cut. Thank you. Blue's ball. Good. Come on out, Blue. Let's alternate possessions. You guys over the read line, you got to cut. I'm ready. Ooh. Very nice. Freeze. Just freeze. Walk back right there, and just before you got, freeze. Just don't move. Stop. Just don't move. But just before you got here, Sean, before you passed, right? This was the situation I wanted to point out. This guy's got space, baseline or this way. I mean, and I know these guys are good defensive players, but we're changing the floor so quickly side to side, being in great help position or one pass away denial has broken down. And this guy's just got to read these huge open areas. Man, I mean, this is like one-on-one in a gym by yourself. There's no one. I was just kind of waiting for it, for you to see this kind of open area. Or like throw the ball to Sean and cut. Throw the ball and cut. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Graham. Graham, do you see? Cut. This whole side is yours for the taking, you know? And I just think it's another level to start teaching these guys to read these open, you know, the waters are going to part, and that's when you intelligently drive. You know? Thought for you. Couple more minutes. I'm ready. Good one. White's ball. Oh, good. Oh. Oh, watch ball. By the way, hold on just a second. By the way, on this power dribble, that's why I want two hands in the handoff when he comes, because you might change your mind and say, no, I need to keep this thing and pass and give it up. Okay? Just a thought. I'm ready. Woo, nice. Good, good. Hurry, guys. Got like 1 minute. Whose ball? We play make it, take it? Oh, good cut, Cat. Another good cut. We should drive. Ooh. Drive. Hold up. Do you guys see the driving areas that I see? Do you see the driving? I mean, I just see, hey, White, I'm going to give you the ball again because I stopped you, okay, in the middle of play. But I just saw 2 or 3 areas. I saw the first one I saw was right here early. I think you had the ball. And there was some cut and action and everything was going away. And then this guy went, you could have gone either way. It was, you could drive a truck to the lane, okay? Just look for that chance to drive in this, okay? I'm ready. Blues, blue ball. That's all right. Mistakes, mistakes. Oh, good one. Roll, roll. Set a back screen. Oh. Good shot. Good shot. One more, and we got a break for lunch. One more possession. Hey, if you guys do a power dribble, you must roll to the basket, okay? I mean, this is enough east-west direction. We got to threaten the basket at some point in time. So when you give it up, cut to the basket and then get out. Don't forget to set some back screens here. Go. Oh, nice. Very good. One more. Nicely done. Hold up, and we'll finish with this. Can I recreate that? Would you have the ball here? And Sean, come on. Graham, come here, Graham. Dadgummit. All right, Graham was headed out here like, I don't know, maybe to back screen, and then he gets the ball, right? Well, this is the time when I think a ball screen ought to be introduced. Rather than you turning around and running off or waiting for him to pass to set a back screen, then you go out here and you change your angle and you set a ball screen and we go and we keep playing, you know? Okay, so just a thought, okay? It just kind of occurs accidentally, okay? Hey, we're going to give you guys a chance to get up there, get your food first before we all go. Let's give you a hand. Good job. Yes, he was saying that on the power dribble, the handoff, it's basically a pick and roll, right? And you're saying you'd see these guys going behind it a lot, right? And is it a chance to re-screen? Yeah, and see, but again, I didn't want to put that on the DVD because I could spend half a DVD just on all the options off of a pick and roll depending on how they play it. I don't think it would screw a thing up, though.
The coaches I'm curious with the coaches, have they run into a lot of that, or what do they see once you've been running it?
Hey, let's ask them. We got Milt Carter, Buster, we got Daniel Bowles, we got Randy Evans. Have y'all ran into that using that power dribble handoff? What have you seen so far as how the defense plays it, and so far as how you counter that defense?
Most of the
college level, most of the guys trail the guy going to get the ball. So we want him to dribble hard into the lane and then make a decision. If he can turn the corner, get to the basket, go to the basket. If not, he's going to drop the off to the road.
Anyone ever trap? Did anyone ever trap?
That's the way we play all screen rolls, to trap them like that. But most times when people see power handoff, for whatever reason, they don't think that's screen and roll. So,
I've never thought of that. Never thought of that. But they don't look at it like a true pick and roll. But yeah, I know the coaches I know, yeah, they all trap ball screens to keep people from. And really, it was not my intention to not put a ball screen, I've said this before, in the offense. It's just I didn't see a place where you had to have it in order to react correctly to the ball and keep the offense going. But you could put it in anywhere you want. Yeah.
Just
Yes.
an observation. When I watched it, the cutter was, most of the time they were rear cutting, and they should have always been front cutting, and it would have been open every time.
Right away. I mean, I'm talking like a touch pass right back, right? And if you're standing on the side, like I say, the first 2 years, the way I did this, I had, for you that don't know, I've told this 100 times, but for the handful that don't know this, the first 2 years was I had 15 guys that had been handpicked from between me and another guy in Texas. It's actually Andy Garcia, the little ball handler, his father. He and I invited 15 guys, and we had to know each one of them personally because we wanted only guys that had the work ethic and good attitudes that could hang with me, live with me for 4 weeks. It's crazy. Don't do that ever. 3 weeks, if you do, 3 is enough because they were good kids, but they were just dead. I had them from 9 to 6 every day. Basketball, and then we lifted 3 days a week. We had speed, agility, quickness guys every day, twice a day. It's too much, but I had 4 weeks to do this, and I did fundamentals from 9 to 12, shooting, ball handling, and then at 2 to 6, we did this, and then we scrimmaged with a referee and everything. 3 teams of 5, very competitive at the end of the day, their reward. And I wound up, we'd scrimmage, even from the first day we started scrimmaging. And I'm basically standing on the sideline writing like your observation on your cuts. The front cut is so open, and you guys are just cutting without any, and you're not reading them, you're not trying to get the ball back. It's just a cut for no reason, really. And it tells me tomorrow, when we do our front cut, 3-man front cut drill, I'm going to really emphasize it and maybe spend an extra 2 minutes on it. And the next day we play, again, I'm there with the pad. Does it stick or not? If not, and I made them sick of it. I made them so embarrassed with it that, hey, I'm sorry, guys, I'd like to move on, but you're just not ready, Because this front cut is open. You're not reading it. We're not getting the ball back. It's just some kind of random movement if we're not going to score on it. And they really didn't like me for like the first 2 weeks. I just wouldn't move on like I am in the clinic. I wouldn't move on to the next layer until I saw that happening and we're scoring on it and that kind of stuff, But good news, about midway through the 3rd week, both years, light bulbs just begin to come on so far as, oh, this isn't like an offense. This is just offense. This is just how we play. And one guy, Louis, the best guard out there, middle of the 3rd week, and we're starting to scrimmage, the refs and everything, and he just stopped the play, tucked the ball under his arm. He was like up top out here, and he said, Coach, I want to make sure I got this in my brain, okay? You're saying it's okay, I could shoot, I could drive right, I could drive left, I could pass to the left and cut, I could pass to the right and cut, I could speed dribble this guy left, I could speed dribble this guy right, I could power dribble this guy, I could power dribble that guy. I could pin and skip. You know something? I think I've named like 11 things that I could do. So you're saying I could do anything I really kind of want to do. It's just that I now know where all of my teammates will be regardless of what I choose. Is that right? And it's like, praise the Lord, somebody, did you other guys hear that and take note? That's what I'm really looking for, is the guy with the ball at the end of this will have the ultimate freedom really to take whatever the defense gives him. It's the other guys that have to be disciplined to their spots and their reactions in order to keep total balance and be able to play in any set and that kind of thing. And it's not that he has to be able to do all 11 things, but he could. And to me, that's kind of the last week and a half of play, I just wished I had filmed it. It's the grandest mistake of my life. It was an experiment for me. I knew after the first year I knew I could do it, but I just wanted one more year because the next year I had a mix of high school and college players out there. I wanted to, just tweak some little things. I had other coaches come in, and Cal Boyd, that you guys know, I brought him in for a week just on defense. And I let him have the last week of camp so that we'd take like 3 hours a day, and he just does anything he wants to with the teams on defense. Well, the thing is, I gave the camp to him the last week. Well, the guys knew the counter to everything that he did. Everything. I didn't tell Cal that ahead of time, And so he's doing, like extreme help. He's demanding. He's got a line down through here, And dadgummit, if you're on the weak side, you're going to be straddling this line. And of course, as soon as the drill's over and we start playing, these guys are pinning and skipping and just killing it, And then Cal would come back and say, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to cheat on this and that and adjust. And then, boom, they would counter that just one after the other. And we got into some kind of nice discussions, he and I, about what I'd been doing those first 3 weeks. I said, look, you just can't blame the guys because I've taught the offense you pin and skip as a counter. You don't plan that. Weak side guys are in. Those guys over there are supposed to pin and skip. Whether they throw it or not, they've got to set the pin, screen, and skip. I don't know how I got off on that, but that was a long-winded answer for your question.
It was just like, say, an observation, and it just really goes into the fact that the ball handler has so many options, and he's got to read it. And
right.
What I noticed is that when he made the pass, he didn't recognize the defense was playing, had stepped off. He
right.
didn't jump to deny.
Right.
He stepped off, and they kept rear cutting instead of front cutting.
Well, now, once this is in, let's pretend we could speed this forward 2 or 3 weeks, and you feel like you're in and come. I think the rest of your time is spent individually with those players, teaching them that, look, this won't work unless you can, let's go back to the fundamentals of how close is this guy playing you? Let's read him. It all is still going to come back to each of us as a coach and teaching that kid one-on-one how to play, whether it's one-on-one defense, one-on-one offense, or one-on-one away from the ball. It's still going to boil down to that. Like we were playing, when we started playing live, I noticed guys catching here and having to bring the ball up. This guy's belly to belly with him, And I would be yelling, drive. You can't let this guy get this close to you. You should be sweeping, ripping, and burning this guy for him playing you this close, this far away from the goal. You just can't, Rome's not created in a day, And there was one more. Oh, last thought, and then we'll go for lunch. The problem with the read and react is selling it. Because I can't describe this thing in 25 words or less without leading people to believe it's an offense or it's something that it's not. It's kind of like I have to have time with you to talk about what I'm not trying to do and what I'm trying to do on a big picture scale is can you run it like an offense? Yeah. Or is it a platform out of which your players can play and you can adjust your offense and what you really want to do so far as style of play, you know? And it's kind of like, I forget which coach it was. It Randy? Can't remember who it was I was talking with last, and he said he had tried to describe it to a coach and just couldn't get it until he said, look, we got to go into a gym and you got to give me like an hour, and when we're done, then we can talk about it, because it's going to take me a while to describe to you what the read and react is and what it's not. And that's I think the only fault with it is you can't take these guys, get down here and teach it to mastery today in the clinic for y'all, like I could if I was running the flex. I could say exactly where the shot's going to be, and we could probably do it in a single day and get it to perfection. But I can't here. I can take these guys only so far, and then the rest we got to kind of imagine if they were along and if they could do all of these like you were alluding to, you know. They were passing and they were back screening, and suddenly the guy drives. Will they circle move? Well, they should, but right now they're not far. It's not a habit yet. So the second half of this day will kind of be like that. I can't demand mastery of them when you go live. Okay. One of the coaches asked. They want to know what the players think. So I'm going to give this to Coach. Here, Coach.
Okay, just come on up here first. They want to know what the players think, all right?
Hello. Can y'all hear me? All right, hopefully y'all enjoying yourself today. As a team, we enjoy the offense. Just running it every day we know what's going to happen and we still can't stop it. You know, at times it may seem a little confusing, but I mean that works out for the offense because we know what's going to happen. So as a team, we love it. We can't wait to run it. We're learning every day. Like you said, we've only had 7 practices with it, but you know, the more and more we do, the more and more we learn. And for some of the guys who have a high IQ than the other ones, you know, we tell them and we learn together, and it turns out perfect. You know, just no flaws in it. You know, from what we see, some people have questions about if the wrong person has it, but we don't have that problem. You know, when the right person needs to get it, they get it, and everything turns out the way it needs to turn out. So overall grade, we like it. We give it an A. And we can't put them on blast. We got to make everybody go ahead.
What do you think about as a player, like compared to your game style?
As my game style, it makes me feel more unstoppable. You know, my game coming into it, I was more of a one-on-one player, and later on in my college years, I learned how to read off ball screens. So this puts both together. You know, I can use my IQ for the ball screens and bat screens and read off all of that stuff. But at the same time, when I'm ready to go, I can go. You know, so it helps me perfect. It makes me feel like should be top level. Any other questions? Anybody? Yeah.
If I were to class players in, say, 3 categories, okay, say players who maybe I need a microphone.
Okay, here's the question.
If I were to class players in, let's just take 3 types of players. Let's say a natural scorer, someone who's aggressive, takes it to the rim, an athlete who is already stronger than everybody else, just naturally, okay, through genetics or whatever, and someone who has a great brain for the game, someone who can see what's going on before it happens. Maybe some of the guys, who do you think will most prosper in this offense?
That's a good question. Did y'all understand the question? And like I said, it does it all for all 3. We have Sean. Could you step forward, Sean? This will be our athletic person. He doesn't have the best shot in the world, but, you know, this is like believe it or not, our 4. He gets rebounds. He works hard. He moves people out of the way. Then we have a guy like Teddy, Where are you, Teddy? He's has a great IQ for the game, and as you saw, he was making all the excellent backdoor passes, and stuff like that. And then we have tons of athletic guys, all the way down. So it helps everyone. It's not just one person who's going to stand out over the other one. It has its moments where everybody has their moments to shine, and it just happens. Like I said, the worst IQ can look like a genius. He's wide open. It looks like, wow, great pass, but he had no choice. You know what I mean? So whether you're athletic, high IQ, or just, physical gift, you're gonna succeed. It just works out. And like I said, the further we get into the offense, the more we show, because we only did like 3 or 4 different drills. It's so many things you can get out of it that you as a coach, you can do what you want with it. You can take the little things you want and add other things to it. Yes, sir?
Are you finding, because of the way the offense is set up, that anybody can go at any time, are you finding it's making the, just say, below average athlete or player, making them want to work harder on their own time because they know they're going to have more opportunities?
Right.
Repeat that question. Repeat the question.
Is it just this type of offense, knowing that you can go anytime you want to, is it making the players that weren't as strong as other ones before, making them work harder on their own and developing their skills better because they know they will now have more opportunities, making overall ball players out of everybody?
The answer to that is absolutely. You see guys who don't have the physical gift or the mindset. You see them every day doing 2-man drills. They come in there, do the 3-man drills. They're working on all the things that can cooperate with this offense, but that makes them better basketball players overall. They come in here. We do other drills like Xavier and Memphis and stuff like that for ball handling and passing and cutting and the micing drill and all that stuff. You see them always in the gym working on that and working on that. So when we come into our 3-man offense or into our 5-man on O or 5-man with the shell defense, it's normal. So, yes, the answer to the question is yes, they're working very hard, and it gives them more chance to play. The harder you work, the more you should play, especially with this offense. And you just bust your butt and get a substitute. All right, thank you. Javis McClendon.
Okay, that was a one example, and I got a quick one. I got 2 more guys real fast, but Caviar was really excited about raising his hand about wanting to speak. I think he just wanted the FaceTime. But I think one of the reasons he was really excited is Caviar came to us as a freshman, and he can really, really guard the ball. He can lock somebody down, and I'm going to do that with him. I'm going to say, look, when they throw the ball in bounds, you just make his life, you know what, and he's going to do it. As good as any freshman I've ever seen or ever coached or ever had. But when it comes down to the other end of it, there's a lot of stuff he has to learn and know and take in. And I asked Cav, I said, well, what do you think of the offense, Cav? And let me give you Cav's response here. Hold this part right here.
Oh, man. How y'all doing today? Well, my coach, he made me do a lot of, set plays or whatever. I had a hard time because I played several positions, because I was athletic. Played 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's kind of hard for me. So when I heard about this offense or whatever, I always seen it on commercial. I thought it'd be easier for me, if I can actually have a coach to take the time out to explain the read and react offense or whatever. So it's been very helpful, and I'm learning every day. It's easier. The movements are very natural or whatever. So I like it. It's pretty good. Offense.
Good.
Great. I had one more thing I wanted Carter to take care of. A coach asked me about, he said something like the offense, it looks like it might change what kids do in the off season. And as soon as he said that, I wanted Carter to tell this story. He called me the day after his season ended, so I'll let him pick it up from there.
Yeah, I called Rick right after our season was over, and as you can imagine, we got beat, and I wasn't very happy. Got beat by a bucket in the game just before the playoffs, and the team that beat us ended up being in the Final Four. So I was a little bit down in the dumps on one hand, but one of the things that lifted me was the fact that our players coming to me, right after the season was over and saying, Coach, we need to get back to practicing. We see all the possibilities in this, and we have to get better. We must dribble, pass, and shoot better in order for us to really be effective. And I thought once I heard that, we were on the way. Player development, I think, is one of the big keys to this. The second key, and I know Rick has touched on it quite a bit, understanding the habits. Getting those guys to a place where they're practicing those habits over and over and over again. So once they get on the game floor, it all becomes second nature to them. Early on, and one of the questions I get quite a bit, how hard is it to teach, and when will your team get it? That's not easy. We started off when we were doing it, and at the same time, I kept some set plays in my back pocket. You know, in case this didn't work out, there's something else that we can do. I'm not real sure if this is something that I wanted to commit to for the whole season. Well, we got to the middle of January during the season, and I was at the point of no return. Either we were going to do this or we were going to do something else, but I couldn't find myself, which ultimately meant my team being in no man's land where we were doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Once we made the commitment that this is what we were going to do, the rest of it was history. Within 3 weeks, after making that total commitment to it, all of a sudden the light switch came on. Light switch came on the practice floor. Guys became a lot better at the things that we had been talking about. Practices became more efficient. And one of the byproducts, one of the things that we hear all the time is about our defense. Now, I'm a defensive guy, and, I'm a help and recover and help side just like everybody else here. One of the things I found out was my help and recovery defense wasn't nearly as good, but my on-the-ball defense was excellent because we were having to guard this every single day. Now, we charted every single thing we do. We looked at our scoring from one year to the next year. And by going to read and react, we scored one less point per game than we did the year before. But our defense was so much better, we gave up about 7 points less per game. So that margin of victory was a lot greater, and it really presented itself on the defensive end of the floor. Another question I get quite a bit is about turnovers. How often did your kids turn it over? Rick came to see us play in the very first game. He was excited about it. I was excited about it. The kids were excited, just like these guys are excited about it. And we turned the ball over 40 times. Now, I'm not saying we turned it over a lot. We turned it over 40 times, and that was quite a bit. Now, our goal every game is to turn the ball over 10 times or less, and we turned the ball over 40 times. That was so painful to watch the second time. But we got better. We did get our turnover ratio down to where it needed to be, and we were able to win a lot of games because of that. But you're going to go through all of that. Those are the growing pains in all of this. But I think once you make that commitment to it, once you work on that player development and practice those habits, you'll find out that you win a whole lot of ball games because of that.
I want to get these guys going with Coach Daniel Bowles from South Cobb High School. And by the way, he last year about this time, I did a clinic on the Read and React at North Georgia. Where are you, Coach? Where's the coach at North Georgia? Oh, right in front. Okay. And I did it this way. I first showed the coaches. There were what, like 15 coaches there? And I showed them all the drills first. Didn't tell them about the offense. I just showed them all the drills. And then I got 5 coaches out there, and I would give a coach a ball and say, drive right. And ask the rest of the coaches what they do. And we went through the offense that way, walking through it. And they realized that, oh, man, I could put these drills in. And really, I just got very little else to do to make this fit as a team. And Daniel took it from that point, which was just a few weeks away from starting. So he didn't even have the summer to put it in. It would be like you seeing it right now and putting it in right away. what I asked him to do here with these guys is just show any kind of drills that he has tweaked for the offense, okay? Come on, Daniel. Daniel Bowles.
I talk with my hands a lot, but I'll try to get this thing.
Stick it in your pocket.
I talk with my hands a lot, so I got to mic up. Guys, like Rick said, we've been running the offense for about a year now. We ran it all last season. We ran it all through the summer, and now all of our individual work is kind of based on this. Could talk to you guys forever about it. It's one of those things, and Rick has said it's hard to put down. I had a coaching buddy call the other day and say, "Hey, real quick, man, I got 5 minutes. What's the read and react?" All right, and you guys, obviously, over 3 days, you're figuring out you can't do that. The thing is that's great in hearing Coach Wilson and all these different guys talk, guys, it's different for everybody. Okay, I saw their team play in the Parkview tournament last year. With our team playing, everybody does it differently. Our team is different. I haven't had a post player in 3 years. I look all the way down to 5th grade, I don't have one. So we're 5 out. We got a lot of guys who can penetrate. Hopefully this year I got a couple guys who can shoot the ball. So some of the stuff we do is a little bit different than you would do. What we've kind of tried to get to the point of is all of our skill development and even all of our skill work at practice is kind of working on developing a player. We tell our kids we want to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we just want to develop players. Almost all of our kids want to play at the next level. We say you got to be able to dribble, you got to be able to shoot, and you got to be able to pass. Last year, running this offense, we did well. I think our first game we scored 80-something points, and we hadn't done it the entire year before. But some things kind of happened. Throughout the year as a coach, I'm giving away a little bit of my control. Every trip down the court, I'm not saying, all right, hold up, run this, run that. Okay? Not to say you can't run sets. We've kind of changed it, and we call them motion entries. So instead of telling the kids, hey, guys, we're going to run a set play, we say we're going to run a motion entry. And this little quick hitter might be to get our best player the ball. It might be a screen to get a shooter. If we don't get it, we're right into it. So we kind of take away the terminology of set plays and stuff like that. The other part is, and we kind of figured this out, it made us realize we've got to work a lot harder on fundamentals. We found out we don't have guys that can handle the ball as well as we thought we did. Our passing wasn't very good. We require our kids to always pass their outside hand. So if you're penetrating this way and you kick it out, you got to kick with your left hand. We found out some of our guys couldn't do that. And throughout the course of the year, we had open looks that we didn't get because a pass was here or a pass was there. So that time that we normally spent putting in set plays, we really had to work on our fundamentals. So we think it made us a better team. And hopefully this year, as we see it, it's going to kind of work. The one unique thing that we've got in Cobb County where we are, we don't have middle school athletics. None of the middle schools have teams, so what we have is we have what they call your junior program. So I've got control from the 5th grade all the way on up, which is awesome because as of right now, all the way down to the 7th grade, we're already running this stuff. So our 7th and 8th grade coach, they didn't even know we were involved in this at first. He bought the DVDs. And then he saw that we were on there and noticed some of our kids and me. So it was kind of neat. So those kids have bought into it. We're going to get kids that could have, for 3 or 4 years, been running this offense already when they get to 9th grade, which will make our job a lot easier. The first thing we're going to show you guys is a little practice drill we do, and we honestly do this about every day. We'll put about 12 minutes on the clock, and we got 4 different kind of movements that we're going to do. We go 3 minutes each. Basically, guys, this is our warm-up. It's working on our ball handling, it's working on our passing, and most importantly, it's giving us 12 minutes worth of shooting. Because, guys, if you can't shoot the basketball, it doesn't matter what offense you're running. You know, I know people ask Rick all the time, Rick, nobody on my team can shoot. Is a read and react right for me? Well, it really don't matter what you're running. Okay, so we're trying to make it so that our guys can shoot it. Because we got some guys that have grown up in middle school. They can get to the rim on anybody, but now they're having to work on this. All we do is we break it up into 4 different segments. The first segment, we just go 3 minutes, and all we're going to do is we're going to alternate sides. It's our penetrating kick, or what Rick calls a circle movement, okay? Go ahead, guys. As soon as he shoots it, go. Next guy, go. Go around the outside after you get the rebound. Get the rebound, go around the outside. There you go. Keep moving, guys. Let's go. Keep moving. The guy that shoots it comes back to the middle line. The guy that shoots it comes to the middle line. Keep moving, keep moving. Make sure you guys penetrate into the lane. There you go. And for us guys, a lot of the drills we do, I had 18 guys that I dressed out on the varsity last year. So we kind of have to do a lot of stuff like this to keep them going and not standing. All right, guys, let's hold the balls. Let's even up our lines. Guys, when we rotate, whoever shoots it, you're taking that ball and you're coming to the middle. Okay? So for the first 3 minutes, we would just do that, just our penetrate and kick or our circle movement. The next one we do is the one, and Rick, you hadn't covered this. You mind if I do the reverse circle? Is that all right? The second one we always do is a reverse circle. We just call this our Euros. And all we're doing is we're penetrating. Remember, you're not getting into the lane. We're coming through here. We're penetrating this way. He sees we don't beat our man, so he's coming back. With our guys, we either let them flip it with one hand if they can. A lot of our younger guys can't do that. So with a lot of our guys, we're coming in here, we turn, flip, and we either shoot it right there or we take one dribble and pull up. Okay? So that's our reverse circle. Okay, so let's go back and forth. The guy that shoots it, you're taking the ball and you're coming back to the middle. Okay? Whoever passed it, you go to that line. All right, here we go. Okay, come on up. There you go. It's our reverse. Let's take a step, and when you see he doesn't beat him, come on back. Right there, step, come on back. Good. There we go, here we go. All right, you got to go outside. You got to go outside the lane, guys. You got to go outside the lane. Penetrate outside the lane. There you go, good. Rick, did you guys talk about this last night? Oh, you hadn't got to it at all? The reverse circle? Okay. So guys, I won't explain too much about it, but you can see this is when you can't beat your guy in a straight line. We're having to use this. If you guys watch the Olympics, you see a lot of those teams do this. I'm lucky that my assistant is the biggest basketball junkie in the world. He recorded every Olympic game. So we got all that stuff to look at. All right, good, guys. Hold up. Teak, hold up. All right, guys, even your lines back. So that's 3 minutes for the first one, 3 minutes for that one. The next one, guys, is our power dribble. I know a lot of coaches were asking about the power dribble. To be honest with you guys, we don't do this a lot. I think part of it is because we are all guards. Our kids think they can go to the rim on anybody. So they don't want to turn their back and do that. Ideally, I have a big 6'7" football kid who's a monster who can do this. Turn, sit on somebody, roll to the basket, and get a score. We don't have that yet. Okay, with a lot of our guys, they want to face you up and try to go to the rim. Okay, but this one we're going to do the same thing. When you go with the handoff, we're going to go one dribble and you're going to pull up. Okay, so power dribble, handoff. We're making sure that every time that we go handoff, we're always going to roll. We're never going to turn our back. Coach, show them your open up. Hey, Chris, show that one more time. When he goes through there, he's going to hand off. And it's really, like Rick said, it's a ball screen. We always just open up. We don't turn our back to it. We want to see it quick. Might get a catch and score. Okay, so we're going one dribble pull-ups right here, guys. All right, here we go. Power dribble, power dribble. Make sure you get the handoff. Going to the left. Power dribble, good. Hand off, one dribble and go. Go with that right hand. Go with that right hand dribble. And guys, one of the big reasons we do is just to get a lot of shots up to start practice. All right, go ahead and hold up. Next guy, don't go yet. Hold up, hold up, hold up. All right, good. Even them up.
How much shoot is that?
Just asking you, I was going to ask you, can you do this as a pregame warm-up?
Yeah, yeah.
Just mention it.
Yeah, that's one thing Rick mentioned right there that's pretty good. Guys, for a pregame warm-up, I know what we get 15 minutes. You know, you could do a shortened version of this, you know, do a minute for each one and just get your guys loose. It gets them moving, it gets them going. It does a little bit of conditioning, not a whole lot, but it gets them loose. The last one we do on here, so we've already at 9 minutes. Our last 3 minutes, your partner is no longer the side you're going to, it's the opposite side. All right, so you penetrate like you're going to the rim, there's nothing there. You're going to reverse pivot, go a little bit further, a little bit further. We're going just like we would be circle, and we don't use that guy just because we want to go quicker. So this guy just fills in, he reverse pivots, kicks out here for a shot. We go shot here, you rebound, kick it back to this guy, and we're back in it, okay? So you're working with the other side guy now. All right? Ready? Go. Good, Teague. Now you're going that left side, left side. There you go, you're filling up. Good. All right, good. Guys, hold the balls. Chris, get them over there, set them up with two-man. We need 2 more balls. Guys, everybody on that side of the floor. Coach will walk you guys through the next one. Guys, one of the biggest things that we did is we realized how much time we wasted just doing a shooting drill, just doing a passing drill, just doing a ball handling drill. So we kind of said, it's weird to sound, you know, we're a 5A high school, and I can't even get in the gym half the time. I share my old gym with our cheerleading team. So I maybe get an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes a day. All right, so we really had to kind of figure out how can we fit everything we want to do into a short amount of time. So we've kind of had to put some drills together. Hopefully no drill that we do is only working on one thing. So right there, that worked on a bunch of the movements that we use, okay? This next thing we're going to do is called two-man. Chris, get that line under the goal. Chris, that line under the goal. Yeah, put him on the D. Yeah, I'll walk through it. This next one, guys, is called two-man. I think there's a bunch of different variations of this. Actually, just about everywhere I've been, we've kind of done this with our offense, depending on what it is. All we're going to do, all the way down. Guys, everybody, let's put your line on the D. Guys, all we've got is we got you and your partner. You guys are working together for the whole drill. That's why we call it two-man. Basically, we're going to work on almost every layer right here through this. All we're going to do to kind of get some movement, you're going to go straight to the block, and then you're popping out to the wing. All right? Now, when he catches, we're going to have all sorts of different things that can happen. The first one is we're just going pass and cut. All right? Hopefully you got a manager I'd always had girl managers. Last year I had a guy manager for the first time. It was great. He got out there and played defense all the time, so our coaches didn't have to do it. And all your coach is doing is your coach is giving them a front cut or a rear cut read. All right? You guys are going to go. You'll get the rebound, throw it back out to your partner, and you guys will be on that side. All right, so start up here, start on the bottom. Guys, after they've shot it, you guys go. All right, so we're going to get a pass for a layup. Here we go. Good. Now you got to go to the other side. Go underneath. You're still underneath. Go to that side. Guys, over there on that side. If you start on the top, you stay on the top. Look, number 1, what's your name? Avery, when you pass it, you follow him in here. You come get the rebound. You run out that way. Throw it to him. Avery, you're right back here. Partner's up there. All right, here we go. Good, there you go. Rebound it for him. Kick it out. Keep going out this way. Yeah, guys, you stay in the same spot. All right, hold up. All right, guys, normally we would do each one from both sides. So they're working pass and cut from that side, pass and cut from this side. Just for you guys' time, we won't do that. Overplay. Next one, we're going to do the same thing. Avery's going to walk us in, explode out. Coach Watkins is going to overplay him. Crosses the read line, we backdoor. Now remember, on that backdoor pass, we want to get as close to coach's foot as we can. When coach denies, Avery, pop out there, I want to throw it right there. Okay, I got to get it quick, throw it right off there, because remember, help side is down here. All right, Avery, when you catch it, if you got to make one dribble and score, that's fine. Okay, so now we're going overplay backdoor. Here we go. Good, follow him in, follow him in, follow him in. Good. Guys, got to go around, always go around the drill. You're still up here. Until I switch you, you're always up here. There you go, good. Guys, take them all the way outside. Take coach all the way outside the 3. Good.
Finish ground. Good job. Let's go, T. Finish, T.
Good, there you go. Next one, guys, the same thing as before. Avery's going to pop out. Coach, your help side defense back here. This time we're just going to penetrate and kick. We penetrate right here. Coach helps. Slide down. Kick out for a shot. I get the rebound. I'm going outside up top. Okay? So here we go. Circle movement. Oh, well, hold on. You got to wait for him. Remember, you got to wait for him to get on the wing first. So, come on. Hold tight. Come here. Hold tight. Watch. Wait till he gets to the wing. All right, so hold. Wait. Now go. There you go. Good. Next guy, go.
Give me one, somebody. Some cow. Country grandma. Bang, bang. Oh, my soul is that, baby. There we go. Right there. What's up, boy?
All right, next one. We're going to pop out. Avery, go ahead and pop out. When he gets there, we're going to go with our reverse circle again. We're going to penetrate. We don't quite beat him, so coach doesn't have to help. So he takes us away, and then he comes back. We go with the Euro, attack the rim. All right, Euro and attack the rim. Okay, remember, make sure guy that passes, make sure you're still rolling to the rim. All right, here we go. Wait for him to get out there. Good. Euro, attack. Roll. You got to roll to the bucket. There you go. Let him pop out. Good. Attack the rim hard. Roll. There you go.
Here we go, Pete. I love it, Pete. Well, let's go, Cal.
There you go.
Let's go, T.
Good job. And guys, you could also do that, obviously, of going with that Euro, going one dribble pull-up or anything like that. The last one we do is we're going to go back to the power dribble. All right, go ahead and pop out. Guys, the big thing on power dribble, you got to exaggerate it. Because if not, they're going to think you're speed dribbling at them. That was our guy's hardest thing, is differentiating between a speed dribble and a power dribble. Because I know a lot of times when we're power dribbling, especially during a drill, we're like, Coach, this is stupid. I'm going to get over here as fast as I can. It almost is better to really just go ahead and over-exaggerate. You're coming here. He's going to come off. We go handoff. You're going to dribble attack. We're going to hit the roll guy. Hit a bounce pass and a score. Okay? Hit a bounce pass and a score. Attack. Good. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Way to finish, Ben.
Good job. Quick off the corner. Quick off the corner. Attack, attack, attack. Right there. Good. Good. All right. Thank you, guys. Good job. Y'all can go to the side. Guys, those are just a couple of our drills that we do. It's just kind of a shortened version so that you guys see them. Guys, from last year, we've really completely overhauled what we do. We've changed our entire transition based on some read and react stuff where now we transition into a 5-out. We talk all the time about there are things that basketball coaches do just because everybody does them. You know, forever I had always just run a post player straight down the middle of the floor on transition. Well, not one of my post players could make that catch and score. So what we decided is we no longer run a post player down the middle. Okay, we flash a guard right here on half court hoping that he gets a catch and we can attack, and it's really read and react. It's penetrate, kick there. It might be a Euro on that side. So we've really just kind of changed everything we've done to work into this system. So that's just kind of some stuff that we do. I don't think that we have all the answers, but I think that's the good part about it is that everybody has different answers. I think we teach some stuff different than Rick does. I tell people all the time that we don't do circle movement first. We teach is passing cut layer 3. Is that right? Guys, we teach layer 3 first. The biggest reason, I'll be honest with you guys, because my kids play AAU all spring, all summer. Every single one of them just wants to pound the ball. And they want to dribble and dribble and dribble. And all of a sudden, first 2 days of practice, we say, no dribbling. You're going to learn to pass and move. All right, and we end up giving them the dribble as kind of it's like, here you guys go, here, we're giving you this now. It's kind of a gift. And every single time we've done that, within 5 minutes, we say, oh, sorry guys, taking it back away. Because we had a kid last year that liked to stand right here and dribble 5 times to set up his move and didn't go anywhere. Say, all right guys, sorry, no more dribbles. So for us, for our program, it was better for us not to dribble first. You know, for some of you guys, I noticed with these guys, I didn't see it, Coach, I may be wrong, but I did not see these guys over dribble. Maybe some of them do, but these guys don't over dribble, so for them, it's an easy transition. So just the kind of thing that everybody's really said is whatever's best for your program, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. That's why our kids like it. You run a set play, hey, you did that wrong. You run this, well, I was speed dribbling at you, but you thought it was this. Guys, there's still no wrong answer. So that's kind of why we like it so much. We'll give you guys I know all of our coaching staff, our third coach isn't here. Our third coach, his name is John Kelly. His son plays football up at Duke. So he's up there watching his son. Halftime, he already had 2 catches for 20 yards or something. So he's up there. He wishes he could be here today because he likes to talk basketball. My wife and his wife are not too happy with us because we stay at the office till about 9 every night. But just for any of you guys, if you ever want to talk basketball, talk about this, talk about whatever, feel free to contact us. If anybody wants my cell phone number, I can give it to you guys. It's 770-815-1959.